So in order to make the realism, you just gotta make the lines and the guidelines and the nose and the eyes, and then you realize it looks kind of doofy, and then you're like, I should probably do this over. And then you do it. And speaking of doing things over, this is like the 40th time I'm doing this commentary, and I had like 4 finalized ones that just wouldn't save or made me sound like a robot. But hopefully this will work. So we're just gonna start from here again. Hey everyone, Artfinity here, and I am back with another drawing video. And this one's actually a little different, which I think makes it interesting. So I guess in order to explain this drawing, I'll need to explain what it is and also why I decided to make it. So this is actually a drawing of Markiplier, and you can actually see from a screenshot on the left. I know my directions. It's only taken me 20 years to figure out, but I know directions. And this is actually a screenshot from a series called Who Killed Markiplier. I actually only recently found out about it, and I just realized it's been 2 years since I've seen a Markiplier video, so I decided to watch one, and it's actually what I came to expect. Like, it was really funny, and it was also really awesome, but a thing that took me by surprise is how serious and dark the series got at the end. So when it actually finished at the end, I was left with all these feels and so much what the heck am I going to do with my life, that I was just like, alright, I'm kind of presented with 2 options here. I can either bash my head into a brick wall, or I can make a fan art. But the difference between bashing my head into a brick wall and making a fan art is I'll remember one of them. So with this drawing, it's actually something interesting, because as I was thinking, alright, I'm going to make a fan art of this, the logical part of my brain kicked in and said, do you even know how to draw realism? And I was like, no. Do you know how to draw realism digitally? Actually, even less. So you're still gonna do this? Yup! So, in my mind, I totally won that argument with my mind. And it's actually really interesting, because this is definitely something new. But that's actually something that I think is interesting about art, because there's so many different styles to it that even in manga itself, like, I'm never going to be able to master any single style, and then there's still so many. And then with other things, there's like way more different art styles as well. But the reason I'm making that point is because I was super self-conscious the entire time I was making this drawing. Because with manga, it's a bit more like free reign. My characters can look messed up, and they can have deformed eyes and deformed faces and broken necks and stuff like that, but I can just say it's a part of the style, and nobody can argue with me because I made it. But realism has a definite look to how it's supposed to look, and I was just like, oh crud. But even with that, it's just weird, because the entire time I was making this, I was feeling really self-conscious about it. And it actually made me think about when I barely started making drawings on YouTube, which was like 5 years ago, which now is just realizing it's really weird to say. But when I barely started out and I didn't know manga very well, I was a lot more nervous about posting things. And I realized that that's how I feel about realism at the moment, because I'm not too confident with it. And that just mostly comes from a lack of practice. But I still decided that I wanted to try it out, because like the drawing was going to look really cool. And I was actually surprised by the way it turned out, because I kind of had an expectation for how it was going to look like, but it was a lot more humble because of the lack of practice. I was thinking, alright, this is going to look kind of good, like maybe you'll be able to tell it's Markiplier, hopefully. And just with that, I was actually surprised about how the drawing turned out. I was just like, oh wow, like, did I really draw this? I have the speedpaint footage to prove I did, and the signature on the drawing is definitely mine, but did I really make it? But it was just interesting, and it actually got me curious and thinking, are you guys very self-conscious when you try something new? Whether it be with drawing or just anything in general, because I realized I have a serious lack of confidence with realism, which makes me realize I need to practice it more. But I still just decided to post this because it's something I wanted to draw, and hopefully that'll always be like the deal with this channel. I'm drawing the stuff I want to draw. But even if it is something different, I'd like to get your thoughts and feedback on it. Do you guys like how the drawing turned out? Do you think I did okay? Does it look like he has a serious case of face melt? Can you even tell it's him? But no, I would like to actually hear your guys' thoughts on that. Like, should I do more realism drawings on this channel so I get better at it? Or should I just stick to the manga that I know? I'm actually kind of interested in hearing what your feedback would be on that. But it was just really cool for me to actually realize, because I haven't seen his videos in like 2 years, and then he gets back to doing some huge project, and that was like weirdly motivating for me, because I was just like, whoa, if he can do a thing like that, just imagine if I could do a thing like that. Like, I'm not going to make a video series, but like with drawing, it was just motivating to me to be like, huh, I wonder how much I can actually do. And now that I actually got through this part of the drawing and I'm surprised with what I did, I'm just like, huh, what else can I do? But anyway, I do really like how the drawing turned out, and I guess in order to explain a little bit about the process that I used when making this, so I actually went into the midtones of everything first, and then I added shadows, and then I added highlights. And the good thing about this drawing is it's actually mostly in black and white anyway. So I was just like, woo! I don't need to fight with the color wheel on this one. Yay! But yeah, I actually really like how this drawing turned out. Which is weird. Like, I'm still weirded out by the fact that I made it, because it's even a different tone than stuff I usually draw. But I guess that's what you get when you draw Darkiplier. Markiplier, Darkiplier, pliers. And yep. Anyway, I would like to hear your guys' feedback on the drawing. Did I do okay? Does it look like he has a serious case of face melt? And do you ever get self-conscious when you're trying something new? But anyway, let's hope that the commentary for this one freaking saves, because I don't think I have the patience in me to do this again!